Welcome to Fabled and Bulk. Hi, I'm Jacob, and on this episode of Fabled and Bulk, brought to you by Geeks First, we're going to talk about two types of cards. Fabled cards and Bulk cards. What game is this from? Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood is actually a pretty interesting game. I like it so far. It's actually really awesome. I'm really excited to see where they take this game in the future. One of the things that I really look forward to is the brand new set Everfest. And today being the last day of the year, which is, well, technically one day before the end of the year, but close enough, we're going to talk about Flesh and Blood Bulk and Flesh and Blood Fabled cards, because those are the two categories of cards that I think deserve the most attention at this point. I am currently looking to purchase a lot of Flesh and Blood Bulk so that I can make sets for people to play, commoner sets, which is one of the formats that I believe was developed not necessarily by Legendary Story Studios themselves, but the community. And that set, or that mentality of having to not dabble in the expensive cards and being able to play the game for what it is really exciting. I'm also really curious on the PvE aspect and hoping that some of the cards or players will get to enjoy PvE. There's several other individuals out there making some really interesting formats that I'm closely following. I'll link some of those in the description below down here. I really do expect that Flesh and Blood will accelerate at a greater pace, depending on how they take Everfest. That being the Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, Crucible of War. Then you had Monarch, Tales, and now Everfest. So it's the 6 sets. I did cut my finger earlier. Knives, be safe. Basically, I think that this 6th set is going to be a gateway set, very similar to the way Crucible of War was set up, because they are mentioning that it's going to have all the heroes, or support for all the heroes. Many speculations from different YouTubers, celebrities much more in tune than myself, have some pretty interesting ideas. One thing that I'd be curious to know is, once this is all said and done though, if they do, the set's already released with the number of cards that are in the set. So there's a set number of cards in the set: commons, rares, majestics, and fables, and legendaries. We know one of the legendaries is being reprinted, which is awesome because that will give that access to that card to other people that need it. But outside of that, there could be some interesting components that, if there are cards that are put together in, say, a special slot, as has been kind of alluded to. There's a carnival slot. There's no real way of knowing what that is at this point. It could be alternate art reprints. It could be kind of like a lottery system, or like the Magic the Gathering mystery booster packs. It could be something very similar to that. There's a lot of aspects that we just don't know quite yet. Spoiler season is right around the corner, so I am very much looking forward to that. And what I'm going to be doing is trying to get more bulk. I believe I already have a couple of deals worked out to where some individuals that are going to be buying much larger quantities of cases than I am able to afford are going to be looking at giving me some of the bulk that they have, which is great. So I'm going to be buying that from them, and I'm going to be making commoner sets, so that way I can sell those. Most players that are going to be buying are probably going to buy the boxes, which means they're going to have most of what they need. But I'm hoping to fill that gap for individuals that maybe later come in and say, I want this, or I need something to complete a set. And I got to figure out a good price point on those, because with it being first edition, I don't necessarily want them to sell it too quickly, but I know that there is some long-term value in those, supposedly. But again, it's just common cards. So I don't know if that means the base cost on the card should be 25 cents for the first year, 50 cents for the first year, $1 for the first year. You get less equipment, you get less tokens, because you only get one per pack. So those might be a little bit higher, or versus just the commons, which, because it's a smaller supplemental set, you're only getting, I think, 10 cards in a booster, so you're getting 8 cards in a pack instead of a lot more. But we'll just have to see. So that's my real short rant so far, but there you go. Like, share, subscribe, do all those fun things. You can hit the bell notification button. I am going to be starting to upload a lot more content. We have a lot of backlog content from Poke Penguin, which is my wife, and she will be uploading all the shenanigans of all the Pokemon openings that we've been doing over the last, oh my gosh, it's almost been 2 years that we've been recording. We just haven't actually uploaded any of them, which is kind of crazy to think when I look back at how much time has flown. But life gets in the way. So now we got time. We're going to get it done. Thanks so much for watching. And again, until next time, peace out. It's not recording. Now it's recording. Welcome to Fabled and Bulk.